This theory video looks at the chromatic scale. Chromatic scales are also known as semitonal scales that cover all 12 semitones in an octave in Western music theory. There are a variety of different ways to effectively write these scales. For this video, we're going to use F chromatic scale as our example. As you can see here, there is a picture of a piano keyboard. The F chromatic scale would use every white and black note in sequence, starting at the low F and moving up through all the notes to the octave at the higher F. Make sure that when you are playing a chromatic scale that you use every single note, all the white and black keys on the piano, and you play them one after another in order. Some people suggest that when you write a chromatic scale, you sharpen every note on the way up when it is ascending, and you flatten every note on the way down when it is descending. So an ascending chromatic scale would look like this in yellow, and a descending chromatic scale would look like this in blue. While this isn't necessarily wrong, and it does map the movement between the notes in a chromatic scale, there is a more accurate way of writing a chromatic scale. To accurately map a chromatic scale, we need to link to the tonic note in question. And to do this effectively, we must maintain the diatonic intervals. This allows us to map all the notes in the chromatic scale to the tonic, which shows their relationship to the tonic as the most powerful note in the scale. As we have discussed in the diatonic intervals video, the diatonic intervals list is as follows: perfect unison, minor second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, the tritone, perfect fifth, minor sixth, minor seventh, major seventh, and the perfect octave. Using this following formula, we can write the chromatic scale to reflect the diatonic interval list: 1 2 2 1 dash 1 2 2 1. And let me show you how it works. Step 1 is write out the formula for the chromatic scale: 1 2 2 1 dash 1 2 2 1. Step 2, apply the formula to the notes needed for the chromatic scale. 1 means that you write a letter once, 2 means that you write a letter twice, and the dash identifies the location of the tritone. So you can see F, G, G, A, A, B, C, D, D, E, E, F. Step 3, now that we have the formula for the chromatic scale, add the sharps and flats to make the movement between the notes semitonal steps. So we go F to G flat is a semitone. G flat to G is a semitone. G to A flat is a semitone. A flat to A is a semitone. A to B flat is a semitone. C to D flat is a semitone. D flat to D is a semitone. D to E flat is a semitone. E flat to E is a semitone. And E to F is a semitone. Step 4. Add the notes for the tritone in the middle by sharpening the fourth and flattening the fifth. So the fourth note is the B flat. We sharpen that to make it B. The fifth is the C. We flatten that to make it C flat. And you end up with the two alternatives for the tritone in the middle. As you can see, the F major scale is present in the following chromatic scale. I've got my notes that are in the F major scale are listed as being white: F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. Now you can see that the major intervals are preceded by a flattened version of the major intervals, which are the minor intervals. They are listed in red. F to G is a major second, F to G flat is a minor second. F to A is a major third, F to A flat is a minor third. F to D is a major sixth, F to D flat is a minor sixth. F to E is a major 7, F to E flat is a minor 7. The tritone is also embedded in the center of the chromatic scale, which is the B or C flat. Therefore, the above chromatic scale is written where all the 12 semitones are mapped diatonically to the tonic. And you can see that it denotes that we worked out with the method previously covers all the 12 semitones in the octave. Here, once again, is a picture of the keyboard, and you can see that the black notes are the major scale notes, so the perfect and major intervals. The red notes are the minor intervals, and the purple notes are the tritone. We've covered every single note, and this method always works. To prove this, we're going to build an achromatic scale. So step 1, write out the formula for the chromatic scale, 1221-1221. Step 2, apply the formula to the notes needed for the chromatic scale. So we have 1A, 2 Bs, 2 Cs, 1 D, 1 E, 2 Fs, 2 Gs, and 1 A. Now we work the notes in the chromatic scale by adding flats and sharps to make the movement between the notes semitonal. So A to B flat is a semitone, B flat to B is a semitone, B to C is a semitone, C to C sharp is a semitone, C sharp to D is a semitone. E to F is a semitone, F to F sharp is a semitone, F sharp to G is a semitone, G to G sharp is a semitone, and G sharp to A is a semitone. Now we add the sharpened fourth or the flattened fifth in the space where the dash is in our formula to highlight the notes that are in the tritone. This chromatic scale uses a combination of sharps and flat notes, which is okay. It is how we are able to diatonically map the semitones to the tonic, remembering that we need to focus on the diatonic intervals to make all the notes relative to the tonic. And yet again, you can see that the notes that we have worked out in A diatonically cover all the 12 semitones in an octave. So you can see every semitone accounted for in the octave. The major scale is present, all the black letters, and the minor intervals are present, all the red letters, and the tritone is present. That's it. I hope you found this helpful, and now you can effectively write chromatic scales that are linked to the tonic. Thanks for watching.